Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. It's a pair of strikeout artists on the hill here in the final week of the regular season of Year 4 of the FSBL, and we come to you live from Oakland, where the juggernaut A's try to wreck LA's postseason hopes. The Dodgers are tied with the Mets for the second wild card spot with 5 games remaining in the National League, and they will send the National League and FSBL strikeout leader Sandy Koufax to the hill against Rube Waddell, who is currently second in the American League in strikeouts. LA knows the Mets have a favorable schedule to rack up their season, and they can ill afford to leave wins on the table. They will face A's lefty Rube Waddell, 18-7, a 3.36 earned run average for Rube, who has been terrific this season. More than a strikeout an inning, a 1.16 whip in 31 starts. He will start off facing Jackie Robinson. Robinson, 253, a down year for Jackie, 15 homers, 58 RBIs. Robinson following up a very solid rookie campaign with a little bit of a sophomore slump here. Our good friend SGJ Jamie joins us. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Hope all is well with you, sir. Waddell misses with a fastball outside. He's quickly behind, 2-0. Fastball misses up high, 3-0. Davey Lopes waits on deck for LA. The A's are locked in. They have secured the best record in the American League. Fastball. Oh, Robinson tries to hold up. I'm not sure if they said that he went or if that was a called strike, but either way, it's 3-1. Waddell rocks and deals. Fastball. That one misses down low, and it's ball 4. So Jackie Robinson is on with a leadoff walk. That'll bring up Davey Lopes. Lopes batting 279.
Number 17.
First pitch breaking ball from Waddell is in there for a called strike. 801 OPS for Lopes, who with the arrival of Jackie Robinson a year ago has been forced into a bit more of a reserve role, but Lopes has produced terrifically when he has gotten the opportunity to play. Fastball in there for a called strike. It's 0-2. Danny says, my daughter saw a film 42 when she was little and became a lifelong Jackie Robinson fan. 42 is a great movie. Some technical flaws with it as far as factual stuff and things like that, but it's Hollywood. We'll forgive them for a bit of that. But on the whole, the movie was great. I mean, Chadwick Boseman was excellent. So that pitch gets away. Robinson moves up to second. 1-2 now the count for Lopes. Waddell deals. Lopes grounds it to second. Only play will be to first. Robinson moves up to third. So a productive out from Lopes, hitting behind the runner. And the Dodgers have a runner in scoring position with one away here in the top of the first. Your Dodgers lineup: Robinson, Lopes, and Brothers, Campanella, Davis, and Wheat, Russell, Walker, and Pinckney. Round things out. Walker swinging a hot bat as of late, 316 over his last 10 games, as you see. Speaking of a hot bat, here's Dan Brothers, his 4th consecutive 300 season. Curveball, oh my goodness. Waddell gets a generous call there. Brothers wheels away from the plate in disgust. 25 homers, 71 RBIs for Brothers. That OPS up over 900. Waddell deals fastball at the top of the zone. He's ahead, 0-2. AC Brothers 5th in the National League in batting. Another fine season for the pending free agent. Brothers, don't remember the whole list off my head. There's not that many, but Brothers may be the best free agent on the market here. That one down in the dirt, blocked nicely. Robinson will hold at third. 1-2 the count. Waddell deals. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 3. He gets Brothers' first strikeout for Waddell. And there's 2 away as Rube tries to get out of this first inning jam. Beautiful pitch on the outside edge. Brothers, I think, thought Waddell was going to try to come inside on it. So now here's Roy Campanella. Campanella batting .259. Fastball misses down low. 23 homers, 70 RBIs for Camp. Waits for the offering from Waddell. 1-0 pitch, misses way up high. Jackie Robinson waits down at third. Fastball misses down low. Willie Davis, who had a torrid first 2 months of the season, waits on deck. Pitch from Waddell in there for a called strike. It's 3-1. Chopper down to third, picked by Baker. Throws to first, and the throw pulls Fox off the bag, and Campanella's safe, and Robinson scores. That's going to be an error on Frank Baker at third. Routine chop. He had plenty of time for the slow-footed Campanella, but the throw pulls Jimmy Fox off the bag, and Campanella is safe, and the Dodgers have a 1-0 lead. That'll bring up Willie Davis. Davis batting .262, fouls off the first pitch fastball. So the Dodgers get a break. One which Sandy Koufax will no doubt appreciate. Here you see Davis. 7 triples on the year, tied for third in the National League. Waddell deals, curveball down and in. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch, fastball misses up high. Two-two offering. Fastball is fouled away. Tough matchup here against the lefty Waddell. Dodgers have a lot of lefty bats. 2-2 pitch. Davis is tied up, swung on and missed, and the side is retired. So Waddell strikes 2, but the costly Baker error puts a run on the board for the Dodgers without a hit. We head to the bottom of the first in Oakland. Dodgers 1. A's coming up. On the hill for Los Angeles, Sandy Koufax, 14-13, a 2.96 ERA. Koufax leads all of the FSBL in strikeouts. See 256 and 213 innings. He will start off with Ricky Henderson, 276, 17 homers, 60 ribbies for Ricky, who after a 1-year season of getting knocked off the perch is back leading the FSBL in stolen bases, as he did the first 2 years of the FSBL. First strike there, swings and misses at a down and in fastball, and the count goes to 0-2. Fouls that one back. Backs, rocks, and fires. Change up, misses down and away. Backs, rocks, and fires. Down in the dirt. Ricky doesn't chase. 2-2 the count. Breaking ball, ground ball to short, right at Russell. Gobbles it up, gets rid of it quickly, and there's one away.
Batting second.
So your Oakland lineup, Henderson, North, and Fox. McGuire, Jackson, and Baker. Semien, Davis, and Campaneris. The A's 274 as a team this year, third in the American League. Yankees and Red Sox are 1-2. Here's Bill North, 265 on the season, 29 stolen bases. North's first year as the full-time everyday center fielder out here in Oakland. Change up, North fouls it off. 36 doubles on the year. 0-2 pitch from Koufax. Big bender there. North lays off. That misses down and in. Fastball swung on and missed. Down goes North for the second out of the inning. First strikeout for Koufax. Expect to see a fair number of those from both of these hurlers. Here you see the Koufax sequence. Fastball, changeup, curveball, back to the cheddar. So 2 down, here's Jimmy Fox, and Fox, after a slow start to the season, has been typical Jimmy Fox. Skies this one to right, still carrying. Walker goes back a step shy of the warning track and finally puts it away. That did not look like it was going to go far, and that ball didn't miss leaving the yard by much. We'll head to the top of the second. Dodgers 1, A's nothing. Here's Zach Wheat, 298, 22 homers, 82 RBIs. A terrific season for Wheat. He's been much better at home in the confines of Dodger Stadium than the road, 328 to 267. Even so. Gets the start here. Fastball at the knees for strike 1. Waddell stretches it out. Rube Waddell, the American League outstanding pitcher in year 1 of the FSBL. Fastball misses away. Had a down year in year 2. A solid, if unspectacular, year a year ago. Here in year 4 has kind of returned to that year 1 form. He has been terrific. 1-1 pitch, curveball there. Wheat pulls it down the right field line. It's hooking. And to find the seats, Jackson doesn't even move to try to go towards it. He knew it. 1-2 to him. Fastball misses up high. It's 2-2. Waddell deals again. Misses up high again. Bill Russell waits on deck. 3-2 pitch. In there on the outside corner. Same pitch he got brothers with. Third strikeout of the ball game for Waddell, and there's one away.
The shortstop, Bill Russell.
We knew it. So here's Russell. Russell batting .270. Solid offensive year for Bill Russell. At least in the average department, that's 644 OPS. I know it's great. Break the ball there. Gets away. It's 1-1. Popped up near the plate. And he can't handle it. Oh! The foul pop-up is dropped by Smokey Burgess. And Russell gets another lease on life. Fouls it off. But I thought Burgess behind the plate today. Now I'm blanking on who the other catcher. I said it a couple minutes ago when I did the lineup, and I already forgot. Age and a late night setting in. 2-2 the count. Waddell rocks and fires. Fastball doesn't get the high strike call that time, and the count goes full. Waddell deals, misses up high for ball 4. So Russell works out the 1-out walk, helped by the drop foul pop-up. That'll bring up Dixie Walker. Walker batting 271. Waddell deals fastball, and again, he got that high strike a couple of times before, not getting it here in the second. Walker 271, 6 homers, 23 RBIs. Throw over to first, Russell dives back in. One and 0 the count. Waddell deals. This is up high. Waddell building up that pitch count here in the early going. 1 out in the second. He's at 39 pitches. And another fastball misses high. So Waddell's struggling a little bit with his command. He's got the 3 strikeouts in the 4 batters he's retired. He is falling behind seemingly just about every hitter. 3-0 pitch to Walker. There's a fastball right down the middle. Three-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. He's got it back to 3-2. Waddell from the set. Glances at Russell. Now delivers fastball up high and he fans him. 4th strikeout for Rube Waddell. Down goes Dixie Walker, and there's 2 away here in the second.
Number 5.
So Waddell throwing darts at this point. Some of them have missed the board, but he's still throwing darts nonetheless. Here's George Pinckney batting 241. Fastball misses inside. 19 homers, 57 RBIs for Pinckney. Career highs for the Dodger third baseman. Fastball on the inside corner. One and 1 the count. Pinckney skies at the center. North drifts over and in a couple steps. Puts it away. And the side is retired. So the walk to Russell doesn't hurt. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Dodgers 1. A's nothing. Here's Mark McGwire, and just a terrific season for McGwire. A 265 hitter coming into the year. He's hit 317 here in year 4. That's good for 3rd in the American League. 35 homers, 105 RBIs. Kind of kept on waiting for McGwire's average to come down a bit, and it just never did. This will be his first year not hitting 40 homers. Not sure if that is a conscious effort by McGwire to focus a little more on average or not. He certainly don't mind it. Koufax misses with his first 2 pitches. Fastball off the plate, it's 3-0. Reggie Jackson waits in the on-deck circle. Koufax deals. McGwire, high fly ball to left. That's going to stay in the yard, though. Wheats underneath it. Puts it away for out number 1. So McGwire swinging 3-0. Tried to crank one out of here. Didn't miss it by much. There's 1 away. And here's Reggie. 284, 42 homers, 95 RBIs. Very strong season for Reggie, who's been below 250, I believe, each of the first 3 years in terms of average. Easily been Reggie's best season. Ball in for a called strike. A's ran away with the AL West once more. There is nobody in that division who is even close to being within striking distance of this Oakland squad. 1-1 pitch. Jackson swings and misses at 1-2. A's have won 111 games 2 of the past 3 years. They are at 111 here. Make it 3 out of 4. One more win would get them their best win total in FSBL history. Fastball misses down low. It's 2-2. Good change up from Koufax. Gets Reggie to swing over the top of it. Second strikeout for Sandy, and there's 2 away.
Batting 6.
Had a feeling we'd see a good amount of strikeouts in this one. Again, Koufax leading the entire FSBL in strikeouts. Waddell second in the American League, behind teammate Lefty Grove, who has just simply had a season for the ages. Changeup misses outside to Frank Baker. Baker made 276, 20 homers, 81 RBI. Back to the fastball misses inside. It's 2-0. Back rocks and fires. Baker lines one to left. That's going to get down for a base hit. Wheat gets over, cuts it off on the backhand. Baker takes a turn at first, but he's going to hold with the 2-out single. So Frank Baker is on with 2 down here in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Marcus Semien. Semien batting 274. As our good friend Nathaniel joins us. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Appreciate you tuning in as always. Stomper the Elephant does his dugout routine here in Oakland. Ball misses down low. 35 doubles on the season for Marcus Semien. In for a called strike. One curveball, Semien takes it down low. 2-1 the count. Fly ball out to right, drifting over Dixie Walker. Puts it away. And the side is retired. So we're through 2 here in Oakland. Turn the order over. Top of the order coming up. Jackie Robinson will lead it off for the Dodgers as we head to the top of the 3rd. Robinson walked his first time up.
For the Dodgers, the second baseman.
Second on a wild pitch. Moved to 3rd on a ground ball out from Davey Lopes. Coming around to score on Frank Baker's throwing error on the Roy Campanella groundout. Waddell misses here. He's behind 2-0. 48 pitches already for Rube Waddell. Fastball to ball strike. 4 strikeouts in the first 2 innings, but he has gone 3-ball counts on awful lot. First 9 men to face him. Robinson smacks it on the ground to second. Picked nicely by Semien. Throws to first. There's 1 away. Robinson hit that ball hard on the ground, but Semien, fine defender, range is left to make the play. 1 away. Here's Lopes. Lopes grounded out to second. His first time up. Curveball in there for a ball and strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Ball fouled off. It goes to 0-2. Waddell rocks and fires. Fastball misses up and in. 1-2 to count. Game we're all going to be watching. Mets and Marlins in Miami. Again, the Dodgers and Mets tied for that second wild card entering the day. Fifth strikeout for Waddell as he fans Lopes.
Number 0.
There's 2 away here in the top of the third. Pirates, after dropping the opener in that 3-game set to the Cubs, have defeated Chicago 2-0 behind Ed Morris, who goes the distance for the shut. The Pirates have closed the gap back to 2 with 4 games remaining. Here's Dan Brothers. Brothers 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. And a shot to second, but right at Semien. Throws it in the dirt, but Fox picks it out. And the side is retired. It's a little bit of a lazy throw there from Semien, but Fox saves it. We head to the bottom of the third here in Oakland. Dodgers 1, A's 0. Here's Harry Davis. Davis bangs 381, homer and 4 RBI.
Harry Davis.
That's ball in for a called strike. Fastball misses up and away. 1-1 the count. Fastball swung on and missed. The count goes to 1-2. Backfield. Fastball off the plate. 2-2 the count. Backfield. Ball misses down and in. So the count goes full to Harry Davis. Fastball inside, ties them up and knots. Third strikeout for Koufax, and there's 1 away.
Batting ninth.
Here's Bert Campaneris. Camp batting 253. Fastball misses outside. 16 stolen bases for Campaneris on the year. He's a threat if he gets on. Ball there, skied, shallow center. Russell goes out and puts it away for the second out of the inning.
The batter, the left fielder, Ricky Henderson.
So that'll bring up Ricky Henderson. Henderson grounded out his first time up. Outside for ball 1. Two 2-0 the count. Skied out towards center. Davis ranges over, puts it away. And the side is retired. So we're a third of the way through here in Oakland. Good one going here. Waddell and Koufax locked up. It's 1-0 Dodgers. Appreciate you all tuning in.
The catcher.
Great. A late night live broadcast. Here's Campanella. Campanella reached on the error by Baker. Allowed Robinson to score the lone run of the game. Hotel California, I think. Check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. 1-1 the count, breaking ball, swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-2. And a beautiful curveball from Waddell at the knees. 6th strikeout for Rube Waddell. First out here in the 4th.
Willie Davis.
So Waddell racking up the Ks. Still racking up the pitches at 59. Here's Willie Davis. A quick inning here would get that pitch count a little bit more on track. Davis struck out his first time up. Waddell rocks and fires. Davis skies it to left, slicing, but Ricky is there. Puts it away for the second out.
Now batting, left fielder, Zach.
So 2 up, 2 down. Here's Zach Wheat. Wheat struck out his first time up. Waddell deals breaking ball in for a called strike. Curveball misses away. 1-1 the count. Shot out to left, slicing. Henderson, it kind of comes back to him a bit. He tracks it down in the gap, puts it away, and the side is retired. So Waddell continues to roll, the only run unearned. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Dodgers 1, A's 0. So here's Bill North. North is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up.
The center fielder, Bill North.
Dodgers 3 of the top 5 in the National League in strikeouts. Koufax joined by Dazzy Vance, who has had a terrific season, and Van Mungo as well. Changeup misses outside. It's 2-0. Dodgers team, if you remember, made the postseason a year ago as a wild card. And the triumvirate of Koufax, Vance, and Clayton Kershaw has had a little bit of a down year here in year 4. Still solid, but not the level you've been the first 3. But that trio was untouchable from the second week of September until they ran into the Giants in the NLCS. They upset Philadelphia Phillies in the division series, and just they got great pitching every single night for a month. It was quite a remarkable run. Full count as Koufax works to North. Fastball swung on and missed, and down goes Bill North for the first out of the fourth. Fourth strikeout for Sandy, and there's one away.
The first baseman, number 3, Jimmy Fox.
Away, fastball there, just gradually made his way inside. Went back out and then came back in with the heater. Here's Fox, he's 0 for 1. Fastball is in for a called strike. 45 homers, 110 runs batted in for Jimmy Fox, the year 2 most valuable player in the American League. Curveball. This is down low. Gary won that honor in year 3. Fastball swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-2. Curveball locks him up. Fox is not happy about it. He thought that bent around the plate, but Koufax gets the nod. 5th strikeout for Sandy. You can see Fox's reaction here. He cannot believe he got rung up on that. So 2 away, here's McGuire. Curveball misses away. Pitch. Curveball. Similar pitch to the one that rung up Fox. That one is called low. Koufax takes a little walk behind the mound to mutter to himself. 2-0 offering in there for a called strike. Pitch. McGuire pulls it hard but foul. Count goes to 2-2. Koufax fields. Curveball misses outside. 3-2 the count. Reggie waits on deck, looking for an opportunity here in the fourth. McGuire fouls off another. That was a fastball right down the heart of the plate. Koufax probably got away with one there. 3-2 pitch. Change up, down, and away. McGuire fights it off. Now sets the sign. Koufax fields. McGuire fouls it straight back. 8 pitches so far in this at-bat as Sandy Koufax battles Mark McGuire. 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the pitch. Fastball. McGuire fouls another one back. 9 pitches so far in the at-bat. Campanella wants it inside. Koufax rocks and fires, comes inside, and McGuire hits it hard but foul. 10 pitches in this battle between Koufax and McGuire. Let's see what pitch 11 brings. 3-2 offer. Swung on and missed. He went fastball down low. McGuire swings over the top of it, and the side is retired. So an epic battle between Koufax and McGuire, but Sandy wins it and picks up the K to end the inning. We head to the top of the 5th in Oakland. Dodgers 1, A's nothing. So that'll bring up Bill Russell. Russell walked his first time.
Leading off for the Dodgers, the shortstop, Bill Russell.
Bell delivers. Curveball. Misses outside and low. 1-0 pitch. That one's fouled off. One and one the count. Bell deals again. Fastball misses up high. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Bell deals. Russell skies it to left. Henderson moves just a couple of steps. Ricky sets up underneath it. Little semi-snatch catch there. They don't really have the snatch catches. Graphically placed, but that kind of resembled it. A little bit, sort of, kind of. 1 away. Here's Dixie Walker. Walker struck out his first time up. Curveball swung on and missed. Walker 343 over his last 9 games. Fastball there. Skied, shallow center, going out on it. Semien tracks it down, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, number 5.
So with 2 outs, that'll bring up George Pinckney. Pinckney flew out his first time up. Waddell deals. Curveball on the inside corner. Waddell, after laboring through the first 2 innings in terms of pitch count, on the verge of getting himself down to that 15 an inning mark. It's really where the most is that you'd really like to be. 75 through 5 would be tolerable. He's on a pace for well more than that earlier. 0-2 offering. Curveball. Pinckney smacks it down to third. Baker throws the first, and this time he doesn't pull Fox off the bag, and the side is retired. So, Rube Waddell has not allowed a hit through 5, yet he trails 1-0 midway through here in Oakland. So here's Reggie Jackson. Jackson 0 for 1 as he'll step in to face Sandy Koufax. Reggie struck out his first time up. Koufax delivers. Fastball misses up high. A terrific pitching battle going on here between Sandy Koufax and Rube Waddell. 1-0 pitch. Reggie lines it hard, but foul. One and one the count. Change up at the knees. It's 1-2. Koufax fields again. Jackson fouls it off. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses down low. Koufax wants to know where that one was. So Koufax walks around the mound to regroup a little bit. Not happy with the last call. Gets back up and chucks. 2-2 fastball misses down low and the count goes full. Frank Baker waits on deck. Jamie calls for the overhand curve. Let's see. 3-2 pitch goes Cheddar, and Reggie fouls it off. The 3-2 offer. And another one. Koufax staying with the fastball here, trying to put Jackson away. 8 pitch at bat. So the A's starting to work Koufax's pitch count up there a bit. Another fastball. Jackson crowns it into the shift. Russell on the second base side throws to first. There's one away. So I agree with our good friend Jamie. I was expecting Koufax to go to the curveball one of those pitches, but he stayed with the fastball down in the zone. Gets Reggie to ground out. Here's Baker. Baker 1 for 1. He singled early. Fastball misses up high. Looks in. Gets the sign from Campanella. 1-0 offering, misses down low. Reggie Smith's 32nd home run of the year, a 3-run jack that just walked off the Blue Jays at Fenway. Red Sox again trying to hold on to that top wild card spot in the American League. They were short of a playoff position, but they do not want to get chased down by the Tigers. Ground ball to short, right at Russell. Throws to first, there's 2 away.
The batter, number 11.
So that'll bring up Marcus Semien with 2 outs. Semien flew out his first time. Wins behind to the White Sox in Minnesota 4-1. Despite a home run from the rookie Heine Minuch. Orioles over the Royals 2-1 in the 8th in Kansas City. Both of those teams playing out the string. Eddie Murray, his 24th homer of the season for Baltimore. One hopper to short. Russell picks it. Throws the first. Semien's retired, and so are the A's. So we're through 5 here in Oakland. We got a dandy going. 1-0 Dodgers, top of the order. Jackie Robinson leading things off in the 6th. So Robinson has walked and scored.
Leading off for the Dodgers, the second baseman.
It's been a down year for Jackie.
Robinson.
Just never was really able to get himself going. Still has 43 stolen bases. He puts a charge into that Waddell curveball. Gets out in front of it and fouls it off. 40 doubles for Robinson. Fastball there, swung on and missed. Pirates over the Cubs at Wrigley. Cannonball Ed Morris, a complete game 4 hit shutout. Phillies blanked the Expos in Montreal. The rookie Pete Alexander picked up his 13th win with a complete game 2 hitter. Cardinals defeat the Reds 5-2 in St. Louis. I'm sorry, that game is in the 8th. That game's not a final yet. The Cardinals second half resurgence after the staggeringly disappointing first half of the season. But it seems as though their push is going to come up a little bit short. Roger Connor has gone deep again from the Giants, but they trail the Diamondbacks 6-3. Padres over the Rockies in the 8th in Colorado. 5-4. Ryan Klesko has hit his 18th home run of the season in that one. Fly ball to right. Reggie's underneath it, puts it away, and there's 2 down.
The batter, number 0.
So that'll bring up Brothers. He struck out and grounded it. Dell rocks and fires. Fastball misses off the plate for ball 1. Brothers a .934 career OPS. Fastball there is a called strike. Fields again. Fastball misses down low. 2-1 pitch. Curveball misses low. 3-1. Roy Campanella waits on deck for the Dodgers. Dell delivers. Fastball. Brothers fouls it off. Count goes full. Waddell deals again. Fastball misses down and away for ball 4. So it's a 2-out walk to Dan Brothers. That'll bring up Campanella. Campanella reached on an error that's brought home the only run of the game. Back in the first. Also struck out. Waddell deals. Fastball is a called strike. One pitch coming from Waddell. Brothers, not much of a threat to steal. Fastball misses away. It's 1-1. Deals again. Breaking ball. Campanella pulls it down. One and 2 the count. Waddell deals. Curveball misses away. It's 2-2. Pause at the mound a little bit. Gets himself set to Chuck again. Checks Brothers. 2-2 offering. Curveball way outside, and it's 3-2. Willie Davis waits on deck. Brothers will get a head start. He'll be off on the pitch. 3-2 offering. Fastball misses up high for ball 4. So back-to-back walks to Brothers and Campanella give the Dodgers a runner in scoring position. Here's Willie Davis. Davis has struck out and flown out. He's 0 for 2. Curveball, that one blocked, but it bounces away, and the runners are going to move up. So the breaking ball from Waddell, that'll be a wild pitch. Gets away from Davis. 55-foot curveball. Now it's second and third. 1-0 the count. That curveball is in for a call strike. Fastball misses down low. 2-1 the count. Waddell deals. Popped up. Shortstop. Campaneris puts it away, and the side is retired. So Waddell gets out of the jam. We will head to the bottom of the 6th. Dodgers 1. A's nothing. Davis, Campaneris, and Henderson do up. So, Harry Davis has struck out his first time up.
The catcher, Harry
September call-up.
Davis.
Steps in to face Koufax. The fastball misses outside. in for a called strike. 1-1 the count. Curveball, Davis way out in front. It's 1-2. Pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. Down goes Davis for the first out of the 6th. 7th strikeout for Koufax. And there's one away.
Shortstop, Bert Campaneris.
So down goes Davis. That'll bring up Bert Campaneris. Campaneris is 0 for 1. Line shot, foul. 0-1 the count. Back fields. This is outside. He's down the bunt, but it's foul. So 1-2 the count here to Campaneris. Yankees have defeated the Rays in Tampa 12-7. Jack Cheeseborough gets his 16th win. Roger Maris homers 42 and 43 for New York. Tigers defeat the Indians. Twins losing. Tigers should close that gap back down to 2 games. Verlander, 7 innings of 1-run ball there. Fastball blows away Campaneris. 8 strikeouts for Koufax. Gives us 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th.
Ricky Henderson.
So the order will turn over. Here comes Ricky Henderson. Ricky is 0 for 2. Fastball. Henderson fouls it off. And 1 the count as Koufax works to Henderson. Oxen fires. Ricky pulls it down the line and left, hooking foul. 0-2 the count to Henderson. Fastball up high. Henderson doesn't chase. 1-2 off. Ball misses up high. 2-2 the count. Koufax steals. Henderson fouls it off. Koufax will rock and fire again. Breaking ball down low. Ricky goes fishing. Campanella will throw him out to complete the strikeout. 9 Ks for Koufax through 6. We head to the top of the 7th. There's been 1 hit in the ballgame, and it's not by the team with a run. Dodgers lead it 1-0. A just absolute pitching gem from Koufax and Waddell here in Oakland. So here's Zach Wheat. Wheat is 0 for 2. He has struck out and lined out.
Zach Wheat.
Waddell has walked, I believe, 3. If I'm remembering correctly. Also hurt by the Frank Baker error that let the run score in the first. Curveball. Tap to third. Tough play. Baker charges. Gobbles it up. Throws the first and gets him 1 away. Nice job there by Frank Baker. Good a time as any, even though we're not supposed to talk about these things. Rube Waddell threw the first no-hitter in FSBL history. That was back in year 1. There's only been one other one, and that was earlier this season by Kurt Schilling of the Diamondbacks, who threw a perfect game against the Colorado Rockies. Russell gassed with the fastball. It's 1-1. Curveball misses away. Waddell gets through this inning without a hit, we're going to have a conversation. Fastball, Russell fouls it off. That was pitch number 100 for Waddell. Fastball, strike 3 called. Down goes Russell. Second out of the inning, 7 strikeouts for Rube Waddell. And that'll bring up Dixie Walker. Walker is 0 for 2. He has struck out and lined out. Fastball swung on and missed. You know what? I don't think Walker actually should be hitting there. That's what I'm thinking about it. Walker's not a particularly good outfielder either. Carl Furillo has been hurt for so much of the year. Carl Furillo is going to come in. Furillo just came up with the minors. I'm going to let Furillo hit for Dixie Walker. So Furillo, rookie, again, he was down in the minors to start the year. He was hurt. So the Dodgers really have not gotten to see much of Furillo, but they're going to bring him in, pinch hit for Walker here in the top of the 7th. Lines that one foul. So better outfield. Dodgers are, despite not having a hit yet, protecting a 1-0 lead. Curveball Furillo. Dunks one. Right field. Tough play. Semien gets out and puts it away, and the side is retired. 7 hitless innings for Rube Waddell here in Oakland. 7th inning stretch time. The A's are going to try to stretch their way into a run at some point. It's 1-0 LA. That was a reach of a segue. I get Furillo will stay in right field. Koufax will face Bill North. North has struck out twice. 9 strikeouts for Koufax. He's only allowed 1 hit. Fastball is a called strike. There is bullpen action. Larry Sherry, the right-hander. Steve Howe, the lefty. Fastball misses up high. 1-1 pitch. Chop to third. Pinckney charges it. He was playing shallow anyway. He gets North at first for the first out.
Now batting, first baseman, Jimmy Fox.
So 1 away. Here's Jimmy Fox. Double X 0 for 2. He has struck out and thrown out. 92 pitches for Sandy Koufax. Fastball misses inside. And Fox had a miserable April. Has ended up with Jimmy Fox numbers here in the final week of the season. Fastball for Koufax is in for a called strike. 1-1 the count. Fox drills this one to center. That's going back, but Davis is there. A step shy of the warning track. Puts it away for out number 2. So Fox hits a screamer, but hits it to the deepest part of the yard.
Now batting, the
2 away. That'll bring up Mark McGwire. McGwire is 0 for 2. He has struck out and thrown out. If you are just tuning in, Rube Waddell of the Oakland A's has thrown 7 no-hit innings here in Oakland, but he trails the game 1-0 to the Dodgers. Jackie Robinson walked to open the game, moved to second on a wild pitch, moved to third on a Davey Lopes groundout, and then scored on the Frank Baker throwing error. That's the only run of the ball game. Koufax gets through 7. Gets the pop-up to retire McGwire. 1 hit in the whole ball game. And it's the side that's losing. We head to the 8th. 1-0 Dodgers. So let's see. Let me see what the Dodgers... Dodgers have somebody else who can play third. We'll pinch hit for I'm not sure they have somebody else to play third on the roster at the moment. No, they don't. That's fine. That's fine. Not a big deal. If it was available to us, we'd do it.
Number 5.
If they do make the playoffs, though, I do have to make sure that every team has somebody, has a backup guy who can play at every position. There you see the game is trying to jinx Waddell, too. No hitter through 7. 106 pitches for Rube Waddell. One offering to Pinckney. Pops it to first. Fox has it. There's one away. It's going to update it every third of an inning, or every out, rather, I should say. How about that? Here's Jackie Robinson. Robinson's 0 for 2. He walked in the first, as we mentioned, and scored the only run of the ball game. Fastball misses up high. 43,822 here in Oakland. Potentially witnessing history here. 1-0 pitch from Waddell. Breaking ball. Robinson lines it to second, but right at Semien, and there's 2 away. Robinson, that's probably the hardest ball that's been hit by the Dodgers. But he hits it right at Marcus Semien, and there's 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Here's Davey Lopes. Lopes is 0 for 3. Blew out his last time up. Fastball. Ooh, called a ball. I don't know where that pitch was. Neither does Waddell. 1-0 the count. Breaking ball misses down and away. Mets, who entered the day tied with the Dodgers for the second wild card, have won their game 6-0 against the Marlins. 2-1 pitch from Waddell. Lopes down to third, picked by Baker. Throws to first, and the side is retired. 8 no-hit innings for Rube Waddell here in Oakland. We head to the bottom of the 8th. And that's not a misprint, folks. The Dodgers, despite being hitless, have a 1-0 lead. Well, I think it's safe to say this is the best pitcher's duel that we've had in FSBL history through 4 years. 1 hit allowed between the 2 pitchers. Koufax has been brilliant. Here's Reggie Jackson. Jackson is 0 for 2. This game doesn't have any real importance to the A's. They've locked up home field advantage through the American League side of the playoffs. This game has huge implications for the Dodgers, particularly with the Mets having won. If the Dodgers were to lose this game, they would fall out of the second wild card position. 1-1 the count. Koufax deals. Jackson swings and misses at the changeup. It's 1-2. That was pitch number 100 for Sandy. Canelo wants it low. Gets it inside. It's 2-2. Koufax rocks and deals. Fastball misses inside. 3-2 the count. Frank Baker waits on deck. Koufax delivers. Jackson cranks it, but foul. Full count as Koufax works to Jackson. 3-2 pitch. Reggie fouls it off. Koufax wanted that one outside. It got a lot of the plate. He caught a break there. 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball in there. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. 10th strikeout for Sandy Koufax. And down goes Reggie. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. That is a beautiful curveball from Sandy Koufax. That's the curveball Jamie wanted him to throw early. Here's Frank Baker. I just said that, Jamie. There's the curve. There you go. Frank Baker 1 for 2. The single back in the second, the A's only hit of the ballgame. Fastball misses down low. 1-1 the count. Curveball misses down and in. 2-1 pitch. Baker grounds it. Robinson ranges to his left. Gathers it. Throws it out. There's 2 away. So that'll bring up Marcus Semien. Semien is 0 for 2. He's flown out and grounded out. Back delivers. Change up. Misses down low. And if you're just tuning in, the Dodgers got a run without a hit in the first inning. Frank Baker error costing the A's. The Dodgers have not gotten any hits since either. Rube Waddell has a no-hitter through 8 innings. But the Dodgers have a 1-0 lead. Sandy Koufax has struck out 10. He's only allowed 1 hit. None since the second inning. Change up in there for a called strike. It's 2-1. Koufax rocks and fires. Chopper to short. Russell charges. Gonna have to hurry on the bare hand. Nice play, Bill Russell. Gets Marcus Semien, and the side is retired. Neatly done by Bill Russell. We'll head to the top of the 9th here in Oakland. Dodgers 1, A's 0. Rube Waddell carries a no-hitter into the top of the 9th. Here's Dan Brothers. All right, I do want to make sure, at the least, that the A's have bullpen action going. I know that's kind of silly, but he hasn't given up a hit yet. But he's getting tired, and they are losing. Vita Blue just called up from the minors. Vita Blue will warm up. And Joe Barry's we'll let Joe Barry warm up. Now, I will not take Waddell out unless he gives up a hit. If the game, for whatever reason, decides to, if they decide he gets too tired, his pitch count is too heavy, I can't overrule him. But I will not take him out if he hasn't given up a hit. And Brothers is 0 for 2. Curveball misses. It's 1-1. Crowd here on its feet in Oakland. 1-1 pitch. Brothers fouls off the fastball. Again, there have only been 2 no-hitters in the almost 4 complete years of the FSBL. Rube Waddell has one of them. He's looking for a second here. Curveball down to first. Fox takes it behind the bag, takes it to the bag himself, and there's 1 away. That'll bring up Roy Campanella. Campanella had the at-bat. That's the reason the Dodgers have the 1 run they do without a hit. Frank Baker throwing error that let Jackie Robinson score after Robinson had walked to start the game. 1-0 pitch to Campanella. Curveball. Ooh, called a ball. And Rube Waddell is clearly not happy with that. That looked like a hell of a pitch from Waddell. 2-0 the count. Fastball. And he gets squeezed again. Good Lord. Glad it's not a perfect game because that would be crushing. But it is called a ball, and it's 3-0. Waddell deals. Misses up high for ball 4. Now, you could say a walk in 121 pitches is a sign of being too tired, but 2 of those pitches certainly seemed like strikes. He's going to stay in, though. 1 out base runner. Willie Davis is 0 for 3. Curveball misses down and in. And Waddell will get some extra rope here, as this game really doesn't mean anything to the A's. Already clinched home field through the American League side of the playoffs. Curveball there, a hanger. Davis pulls it back. One and one the count. Fastball misses down and in. Two-one the count. Davis out to left center. That's going to be a tough play. North gives chase, ranges over, makes the grab. Oh, nice play, Bill North. That ball hung up a little bit longer than I thought it was going to off the bat. But Waddell is now 1 out away from a no-hitter. Here's Zach Wheat. Wheat is 0 for 3. Rounded out his last time up. Waddell delivers. Wheat fouls it off. Incredible thing that Waddell would actually have a no-hitter here, but the A's still have to bat because they trail. Curveball misses away. Harvey Haddix, where are you? 1 and 1 the count. Waddell deals. Dunker out to left. That's going to fall. That's a base hit, and the Dodgers have their first hit of the ball game. 8 2/3 hitless innings for Rube Waddell. And Zach Wheat dunks a single into left to break it up in the top of the ninth. And Rube Waddell is going to get a rousing ovation from the crowd here in Oakland. Oh, goodness, that hurt. Rube Waddell goes 8 2/3, empties the tank, and Zach Wheat, with a dunker in the left field, breaks up the no-hitter in the top of the ninth. So Andrew Bailey will come on. Bailey, I guess, had warmed up earlier. Bailey, 8 3, a 4.33 earned run average. So let's get to the final. I mean, there's runners on, but still. Waddell exits 8 2/3, 1 hit, 1 run, and that is a mistake. That's calling that an earned run. That should not be an earned run. That run scored on the Frank Baker throwing error. If that error doesn't happen, the run doesn't score. So that's actually an error on the scorecard. I don't ever remember seeing that happen. Waddell did walk 5, but he struck out 7 and allowed no hits through 8 2/3 innings here in Oakland. So, with that out of the way, now we get focused on, can the Dodgers wrap this one up? Curveball from Bailey, in for a called strike. And a few storylines in this. We weren't expecting the Waddell no-hitter attempt to be a storyline, but then it became one. If Jamie says, what a night, though. Yes, absolutely. Oh, man, I admit I was pulling for that. The closest I've come to calling one on the channel was early win for the Indians in that playoff game against the A's, actually. Early win took, I want to say it was like 8 2/3, 7 2/3. He may have even gotten into the ninth with it. But that's the closest I've come to calling a no-hitter here in FSBL history. 3 and 1 to count as Bailey works to Russell. That's a cutter in there for a called strike, and the count goes full. Runners will get a head start here. will skies it to left. Henderson's coming on. He'll get there. Puts it away. And the side is retired. So the Dodgers get their first hit of the game. Now, they will try to close out the A's. We'll see if they leave Koufax in. I won't take Sandy out. And they are going to let Koufax start the bottom of the ninth. 113 pitches. Davis just up from the minors. No, that average looks good at 348, but he has not had many at-bats. Although, wow, their bench is all lefties. Oh, except for Danny Murphy. I think you're pinch hitting. Danny Murphy. 257, 15 homers, 46 RBIs on the year for Murphy. Sandy Koufax has allowed 1 hit through 8. Fastball swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Oh, if you have tuned in for this late night broadcast, you have seen the best pitchers duel in FSBL history. Sandy Koufax and Rube Waddell in just an epic performance. Fastball in for a called strike. The count goes to 0-2. Campanella sets up inside. Fastball misses up high. Backfields again. Murphy fouls it off. Koufax rocks and deals. Murphy lines it to right, and there's a base hit. So Danny Murphy lines a single into right field. So lead off the bottom of the ninth, a pinch hit single. Now we'll see what the Dodgers do. I will give Koufax another base runner if the game will allow it. And it's not going to. I mean, I get it. I get it. He's up at 115 or whatever he is. But a terrific performance from Koufax, who gives up the ball somewhat begrudgingly. And now it's Takashi Saito. 32 saves on the year, but Saito has not been great. A 4.33 earned run average. He has been great over the course of the FSBL, but this has been his worst season. But now they call on him. Sandy Koufax having given up only 2 hits in the ballgame. Here's Campaneris, and the rest of the A's bench is comprised of left-handers. They're going to let Campaneris hit here, potentially a sacrifice. Let's see what happens. Campy is 0 for 2. And he does. He squares the bunt. Campaneris pops up the bunt and Brothers fields it. Campaneris can't get the bunt down, and that is huge. Brothers catches it 1 away. Order turns over. Here's Ricky. Ricky is 0 for 3. Struck out his last time up. Yes, exactly, Jimmy. He did. He caught it just in front of the bag. That was almost a double play ball. That would have been, it would have been incredible for the Dodgers. Again, the A's don't really need this game. The result doesn't mean anything to the A's other than getting their franchise wins record. But this game is huge for the Dodgers, so a double play there certainly would have been massive. 1-1, the count to Ricky. Fastball misses up high. Two and 1. Saito delivers. Henderson down the right field line, but it's slicing. That's going to go foul. 2-2 the count. Takashi Saito trying to close it out. Following up just a stellar performance from Sandy Koufax, and the curveball locks up Henderson. Saito fans Ricky 2 away here in the bottom of the ninth. So that'll bring up Bill North. Jimmy Fox waits on deck. The A's hope for a chance to get to him. Curveball misses outside. It's 1-0. North rounded out his last time up. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Saito delivers. North up the middle, ranging to his right. Nice play. Jackie Robinson gets the force, and the ball game is over. Terrific work from Jackie Robinson, ranging to his right. And the Dodgers, no hit through 8 2/3, come out with a 1-0 victory and keep pace with the Mets, tied for the second wild card spot in the National League. Just an absolute gem of a ball game from both Sandy Koufax and Rube Waddell. Takashi Saito gets his biggest save of the season in the biggest spot of the season. And the Dodgers emerge victorious. So, 4 games left in the season. I'll tell you, man, we might be heading towards a 1-game playoff. We've had a few of those over the first 3 years. Man, Rube Waddell taking a loss there. That just hurts. 8 2/3 innings, 1 hit, 7 strikeouts, 5 walks. Again, that should not be an earned run. That is incorrect. There were 2 outs when Campanella hit that ball. The throwing error from Frank Baker in the first is the only reason that Robinson scored. So that should be an unearned run. That is a game scoring error. That's like the first game scoring error I've ever seen. Other than them like not calling something an error that should have been, but something like that, I've never seen something like that happen before. So that's really no earned runs for Waddell, who is just absolutely sensational. But Koufax, 8 innings of 2-hit ball. Koufax walked nobody, struck out 10. So Koufax actually allowed fewer base runners, despite the whole Waddell no-hitter extravaganza. Koufax ends up getting player of the game honors there. I mean, just, what more can you ask for in a pitcher's duel? As Nathaniel said, what a pitcher's duel. I mean, Koufax and Waddell knew it was going to be good. Didn't know it was going to be that good. 3 hits total between the 2 teams. But the Dodgers get a massive victory here. So now let's go. We're just going to go 2 seconds. We're going to go take a look at the end of the day, see where the standings sit, and then figure out what the next game, again, this final week of the season, traditionally I go to each weekend, and then I pick the best American League game of the weekend and the best National League game of the weekend. Those are the games I decide to broadcast. But for the final week of the season, we're going to kind of do the best game of each day, until all the playoff spots are all decided, and then at that point, let's go and we'll get to the playoffs. All right, so we're through the 23rd, so we head to the 24th. Again, the A's have clinched home field. Twins are 3 games up on the Tigers. Yankees, Red Sox have the Wild. So the Red Sox are a game and a half ahead of the Tigers for the home field advantage in the wild card spot. But the 5 American League teams are set. So we're probably going to focus on the National League side here. The Phillies have clinched best record in the league. So the Phillies are done, 105 wins already. Giants clinched their division. So basically it's figuring out the NL Central and then figuring out the wild card spot. The Pirates winning the middle game of that 3-game set puts them within 2. So we're actually, I think, going to do the finale of that Cubs and Pirates series for tomorrow's game. That'll be, let's see, take a look at that. Yeah, that'll be Lever and Warnecki from Wrigley. We'll do that ball game, and then after that series, following that, once that series is over, focus will probably turn. Oh, geez, I don't even know what games I'll do on that day. I'll probably do the Braves game, because the Mets and Dodgers are both off. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. we'll see where Detroit and Minnesota are and stuff like that. But so the next broadcast tomorrow, probably tomorrow night, um, we'll go back to the Pirates and Cubs series for the finale of that 3-game set as the Pirates try to get within a game of the Cubs entering the final weekend of the season. So hopefully we'll see you then. Again, I appreciate you joining me for the late night broadcast here tonight. Bang that like button if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't as of yet. Nathaniel and Jamie, thanks for popping into the chat, fellas. Appreciate it. Most importantly, everybody, be good to each other. And we'll talk soon. The Dodgers win a classic against the A's in Oakland.